What we're really interested in is improving it so it meets the needs of the participants, either to move into career city jobs with benefits and pensions and health care and permanency and security, which the City Workers Union is welcoming and trying to facilitate, or to give us certificates, sort of like attending college for the training and the work that was done that would enable the people to move into a private industry job that interests them more, or some sort of a agency that works outside of the public employment, or some women want to be entrepreneurs and they need the specific business knowledge of how to do that. And this is the kind of programs that we think that CalWorks should be offering.
The cause of this workshop is, well, you don't know, it's very near and dear to my heart. I am LaRonda Gaines, that's my name. I am an entrepreneur, and the journey from welfare and aid as a single mother to where I am now was treacherous for me. It was very difficult, almost like a first college student, you know, like first generation, because it's like I'm a first generation entrepreneur. No one had really any guide for me, any I would say recipe for me to make it to where I am now. And it didn't seem like anyone was really interested. It was like, hey, go this route, or go this way, or spend your time here because this is what you need to do in exchange for this money. But spending my time wherever it is that they suggested didn't put me on a path to success. It put me back at a dead end, and another dead end, and another dead end. Mm-hmm. So whether it was a 1-month community job training program or a 6-month program, which I always refused, and I will take the sanction because I'm on the road to success, you know. But what we're here to do this morning is to get input and also to raise awareness. So give you guys some enlightenment. One thing I would say that I want to go ahead and get out the way right away is the fact that there's a lot of stigma involved, a lot of shame and persecution involved with needing aid. And guess what? We're human, so we need help sometimes, right? And so, so if you could take it home or just put it in your heart right now that, you know, there are like different things like the stigma developed for you to feel shame. So you don't speak up and say, hey, well, you know what, this is wrong with this program. There are things that you guys need to change, or this hasn't helped me. First one is step up, step back. If you are talking a lot, obviously step back and let someone get some spotlight, let them speak. If they're naturally shy, we want to encourage them to go ahead and get rid of that. If you are not sharing, go ahead and step up. We are all teachers and all students. We have knowledge to share and learn. And moving on to the next one. Oh, any questions? Okay. Honor all voices. Respect people, the place, and the time. Next one is we want a world where many worlds fit. So we're not looking for anyone to absolutely agree with the next person is saying. We all have different perspectives, and we want to respect them all. The goal is not all to be the same. Respect each other's differences. So next one, last one is one mic. So obviously pay attention to the person who is speaking, no side conversations. So let's respect each other's time, get the most out of this workshop. I know no one spent time away from their family or anything else they would want to do to come and waste it. So we don't want to be on our cell phones, or I know we all have children, right? But we don't want to absolutely disregard each other's intention of why we're here today. I'm going to go ahead and interview someone, and you guys don't have to speak into the mic of justice. You got to let me know why it is that you chose your opinion, okay? Crystal, speaking to the mic of justice, let us know why it is you strongly agree that chocolate is good for you.
It's delicious. I love chocolate. Who won? But like she said, it's built with a lot of antioxidants. It depends on what type of chocolate or like how much you indulge in. But for the most part, it's good for you. Like she said, it's good with antioxidants. It's just delicious.
Okay. Mothers have the right to a dignified transition from welfare to valued work. Do you strongly agree? Strongly disagree? Anywhere in the middle? Yeah, I would have guessed that we all agree that we have a right to be somewhere where our existence will be respected, right? So we can go ahead and have a seat now. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I want to hear why you guys strongly agree that mothers have the right to dignified transition from welfare to valued work. Denisha? Demetria.
Well, I mean, it's our choice, like, we shouldn't have to, no, I'm on, like,
You got it. You know where you want to do it.
like, we have a right to do it, I mean,
We don't work for ourselves.
yeah, it's for our kids. And for ourselves.
Can you speak up, please?
It's for our kids and for ourselves.
Yes. Okay.
Brittany?
Brittany?
I think that because it's our choice, yes, and as it's to help us get on, and our kids on our feet, their feet and our feet, and to move up to better ourselves and our kids. Yeah.
Our kids is the next generation,
Yeah.
but if they're not seeing what direction to go, it's like, how can we expect them for greatness if we're not showing them greatness? I mean, they leave us at this, okay, standstill type movement, but it's like, okay, I see better for myself. Help me improve on doing better with myself. But that also comes with your hard work and your motivation on where you want to see yourself. So it's a little bit of both, knowing that they can help us into where we need to be, and then us knowing where we want to go. I mean, for our children, because if they see us not doing where our potential, how can we expect them to be doing, filling in for the potential?
So you could become self-financial for you and your, self-sufficient for you and your family. And not just be dependent on the little grant they give you each month.
I say I agree with her 100%,
Okay.
but I'm in a position right now where I'm on welfare, and getting a job is better than being on welfare. That's why I strongly agree with this. But I do piggyback what she said, because right now it's hard for me to find a job. Since I have been formerly incarcerated, I have that box that's always asked me, have you been convicted of a felony? And I check that box and they ask me to explain, and I put on my application, will explain in an interview. But that doesn't always matter. Okay, you can explain your story, you can cry to you blue in the face. If they don't want to give it to you, they're not going to give it to you just because you get something you made a mistake for a long time ago. I haven't been on parole or probation over 4 years. I've been discharged a long time ago, and I'm still having problems.
So, as I transition from the training, into the job, I can transition into making more money, having more things, giving my children more opportunities, being able to complete goals and dreams. So again, I think that's really important.
The purpose of this workshop is to bring together CalWORKS participants to discuss what would they want in a job training program that would meet their needs. We are pushing the elected officials on the Board of Supervisors to pass a law to make welfare to work programs real job training programs that lead to long-term employment and a path to a living wage. We also are campaigning to get the city to create city jobs for CalWORKS parents and unemployed San Franciscans. The best way for the city to do this is to create more city jobs or public sector jobs. That is why much of this workshop will focus on how a welfare to work program can train people for city jobs as well as private sector jobs. What is a living wage? So if you look here behind me, we have a list here designed to paint a couple pictures. So the first picture that we're going to paint, and if you look in front of you, you guys have a sheet with, it looks just like this.
Well, for our utilities, that'd be like around, but it varies. It could be from $70 to $150.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and. How much would you say that you spend in a month for transportation?
Ooh, 160, because I drive.
Shit, a little more than that. Depending on
Yeah.
how often you drive.
I drive, yeah, and I'm all over the city.
285, like 3, almost 400 or 500. That's like all through the month though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I use
Yeah.
all my food stamps and plus more.
Healthcare and medicine. Just a guess, I would say a guess. or if anyone pays.
Well, I just try to go to the doctors for my daughter. They trying to charge me $175 just to be seen.
Wow.
That's not even, I mean, to register, that's not even to be seen, right? Exactly. That's Kaiser. So I went on up to the emergency. I came in with an appointment. They was telling me that. I went on up to the emergency. No.
So do any of you pay for childcare?
I did.
Yeah.
For my other job, I didn't get off until 9.
Uh-huh.
So I would pay people, because I'm not a single parent and I only have a daughter.
Mhm.
Well, I have a daughter, so
I completely understand that.
child, it varies. I could just throw them something like $40 a day or turn around, like pay them installments.
Yeah.
If they really don't, trip a week, that'd be like $80,
So in a month, about
about
$200, $300.
$300.
$867.
And that's not with Section 8, right? Without without Section 8?
Yeah.
No, that's with just paying utilities, not paying rent.
And if someone would volunteer some figures for the side that says with public assistance. So, first of all, how many children do you have?
I have two.
Okay, 2 children. And then how much would you say monthly is your housing and utilities expenses?
Rent,
With public,
$13.50.
with public assistance?
Public assistance only gives you $336, period.
Where?
In Oakland.
That's how much they give you a month, $336.
And you get $194 in food stamps.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, that's true.
To
The buses
to
and everything.
to get my transportation check cash, that's money. And then guess what? Another $5 that goes on top of my transportation that I'm having to put back in there. Let's go ahead and put those things inside of miscellaneous, because these are the
It all
things that
adds
are
up.
coming out of the sky that shouldn't even be.
Public assistance, my housing, and it was the same, because at the moment where I was receiving assistance, it was me and the father of my child. So through it all, it was $800 with cable and all that. Transportation was free because they would give you your fast pass.
Oh, well, how much?
Fast
$70?
pass. Uh-huh.
That's how much of that's
And then food was $347. Healthcare was free, but I think it's like, yeah.
And Medi-Cal only does cavities, like I need a root canal right now, that's like $1,000, and I can't.
Miscellaneous would probably be like 200 diapers and all that, et cetera. Taxes, they don't take taxes, so that's 0. Total for the month is $1,347.
What about childcare? You don't do childcare?
Oh, childcare's free. And then the hourly rate for that is nothing, because it's $517 a month. That's what they used to get.
My housing utilities, it's fairly reasonable, like 150 to 175, because that's in projects, of course. So, that's my figure.
Thank you. Think 300 on miscellaneous?
I don't know, I have 5 kids,
Yeah.
so 300,
Not gonna do it.
that ain't gonna do
That's
it.
what I'm saying. And
I
then
got
some
two.
people with as many kids as she got don't even qualify
But
if their
certain
kids
amount of
fall
money,
up under
right.
certain restrictions.
So can we round it off maybe to like, you said 300 wouldn't be enough, and I said around 300, and I have 3 kids. So, 2 to 300, to 400
For the miscellaneous?
for miscellaneous?
That's still.
If anybody question us, because different restrictions and different people.
$9.88 per hour.
But that's not nearly what they give you, not even near that.
Me, I have a disability because I have seizures, So I can't go to the, I don't have to go to the work program, but if you can work, you only get 90 days of benefits, and you have to go to this workshop every day from 8 to 4:30. 8 in the morning to 4:30, just to keep your benefits going. It makes it hard for a person like me.
Oh, sorry about that.
To get around and be stable as a black woman. My mom, she wants the best for me. I'm here by her today. It's very hard.
No, I really appreciate you sharing, opening up and being vulnerable with us here, because if we don't have this kind of information, especially personally from someone, not just someone dictating statistics, to know that this is real, and you're a mother. And that's the purpose of this group. Like your mother said, we need to change tomorrow. We need to raise tomorrow makers. But whatever you walking around with all these stigmas on you and not able to speak up and not feel like you're a productive member of society because you're held in bonds and restraints that don't allow you, to move about as a human, as someone who has things to do. How am I gonna get to the grocery store? These are trips that I have to make. You know what I mean? How am I gonna get to a job interview? These are trips I have to make. And nothing is free. Things cost money. Okay, now okay, I heard you guys say 2,500. And that's like on the low spectrum, right? And then transportation, I would say, at this point, we're adding in commuting, wherever your job might be, paying for parking.
Oh, yeah, that was for me when I was commuting. It was about $400 to $500 a month. Bridge toll.
Where you been from?
Huh?
And so with food, I would probably say it takes the same amount of money to survive whether or not you have assistance, right?
Right. Nowadays, you spending more outside buying food and getting around than you actually,
That's true. Even like I know.
just to stop and eat, and you gonna still go home and be hungry.
Fast food is
You're like, what's the point? You might as well make a big bulk, and then at least you can have your leftovers and put them up and, go for seconds. If that one meal, that's over with.
Right. So for childcare, now, I know this one, but let's see. Without public assistance, how much do you guys think?
1,200 easy.
1,500. Yeah, so those two numbers are both correct. So I guess it really just depends on where you're going.
And the age.
I would say the age.
And the age, definitely, because
So
I
you know,
know,
her school all day, so I only need them for a little small duration of time.
I think in the last 3 months, childcare went up on Treasure Island from 1,100 to 1,600. So, yeah, and the age, right, the age is the big factor. But we'll go ahead and just put 15 to get a healthy idea.
Federal and state taxes. Hourly rate, $39.94 per hour.
What's the sense?
94 cents. Which is actually what we consider to be the living wage in San Francisco. Utilities,
It's probably, you can put 3,000 if you want, or 1,000.
4. How many kids you have, 2?
I have one.
This is how much our housing and all that is, how much
Transportation
it
probably
is
be
with,
100.
and how much it would be, let's say you wanna get any assistance, you gotta pay
120,
everything
because
out of
the normal
pocket,
fast
how
pass,
much
no
would all that
benefits or
cost?
nothing,
Well,
right?
you know what, I don't need the fast pass, but I put for transportation.
While you drive, you have a car?
For transportation, it's about
So then
a
we'll
hundred
figure
and,
it
a hundred and 20.
So those numbers are about the same.
Almost
For
200.
For transportation and, for a vehicle and getting around, sounds the same.
No, because
On
the
the
vehicle
gas.
gas is a lot, gas is like
Well, so
$100 at
$120
least a month,
Is
right?
your
Insurance,
120
Plus
a
insurance,
month or a week or?
registration.
Well, I put like, let me see, I do like, with my Honda, I'm not even talking about a
Regular car.
4-cylinder car, because I have a Honda for a purpose.
Mhm.
It's like $25 a week.
If that.
And that's if I go home, work, school. That's it, but if I have to go to Oakland,
There's
like,
no extra thing.
there's no extra right
Like
now.
the store, and that's, it's more now, cause
What about childcare?
1,000.
Yeah?
it says, yeah, 1,000, it says 1,500
1,507.
for 1,507. I was gonna say 1,200.
And then,
That's $48 an hour.
Oh my God, you see that? And this is us being nice.
So this is what a living wage is.
Yeah, 1,200 just for the ride down?
Don't get an ambulance.
For real. That's it, oh my goodness.
childcare.
Oh, it'll be like, what, $700 a week?
Either 7 to 9 a week.
A week. So that's 14, 24 a month?
That is, I don't know, cause I'll still be looking for the bills, so.
The federal and state taxes, at least $1,200 a month.
Yes, they get mine anyway.
They're just evil.
They are evil.
Who the hell?
Wow.
So a total $9,424.
That's a sure big difference from 17.
Right, what do they need to pay us hour
To get that one.
to live in service?
$54.47
Hello.
an hour.
Sounds good.
Damn.
54, 57?
54.47.
So one of you is gonna be the writer, the other person is gonna be the one who's gonna speak at the end. So what we're gonna do, you guys are gonna write some ideas on the paper. The ideas that you guys are gonna write is what do you think that you need to have in order to get into that field? Like, what do you need to have done?
Good customer service. Oh, what do you need to, hardworking.
Oh,
You need to be dependable.
you guys have 2 more minutes.
Okay, just fill it in. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Intern,
Reliable,
computer skills.
Dig deep.
No,
It's gotta be something that they didn't put up there, right?
compassionate.
Psychology, sociology, you need at least do some intern work, I guess on hands training. Biology, on the job training, same thing. And life experience is a plus with this.
Okay.
Okay, we went with office clerk. With office clerk, you gotta have good customer service, you gotta be detail oriented, you gotta be helpful, tech savvy, a team player, you gotta be on time, trustworthy, hardworking, reliable, and outgoing. On this side, it's typing skills, the speed, computer knowledge, multitasking, associate degree, communication skills, and telephone, multi-line, data entry.
Okay.
Definitely do community outreach. That's needed. Definitely we need counseling services, because without mental counseling, we're lost. And my next one,
So you guys have 2 more minutes. So you guys actually have 12 more minutes.
You need to have education.
Yeah.
Not to have a community outreach with the high school guys.
After you draft these ideas, you go ahead and categorize them, whether they are on-the-job trainings or classroom experience. So you can put OTJ or CE next to it.
On the job.
Categorize them so you
I think,
Okay.
These are the things that I find out just personal. It doesn't have to be for everyone, but I find this is what's helpful for me. I'm learning that we have to care for people. We have to do it in class or in school. It starts out with caring. You don't care, it don't matter. It's not gonna work anyway. Learn their needs. We need to learn their needs
not on just the jobs, I also want to put that in the class too. Because first of all, if we don't learn what people's needs are, how can we help? Then I says protect them, safety. That has to go in the class and job first, because those people don't trust you. They're scared anyway because of their elderly, so we want to protect them, we want to secure them. Exactly. And then we done lost respect. We gotta have respect for oneself in order to respect you. Everybody's due common courtesy and due respect. So, education and training is a must. If we don't train each other what to do and educate just our people, period, then we're still lost, because without education and training, how can we go do anything if we're not trained for that? It doesn't apply to us. The job may not even fit, so that's very important for that one. Job training. Without job training, I can't do my job. Don't just throw me in there and just say, here, read the handbook, sign this, and you're hired.
And we said that's on the job training. You have to have patience with elderly care.
Yes,
Because some people move slower than others, they move slower. You know, you just need patience. We said, me and Ronald said, previous experience on the job training. Previous experience was anything in life you have to have.
Class and on the job. What'd you say?
People skills. Organization. Wait, what?
Expo that you reached the end of it? Yeah. All right, then switch.
Switch?
Uh-huh.
Computer skills you learn in the classroom, typing both, Microsoft both, Excel both, data entry, spreadsheets, both, PowerPoint both, clerical training, classroom, organizational skills, classroom, people skills.
On the job. I abbreviated it.
Oh, no, you can read just what you guys wrote.
Oh. Problem solving, patience, references,
we wrote
managerial
those.
skills, customer service, communication skills. We need training on all of this before we starting a job, because sometimes it helps to refreshen the mind.
Social work and counseling, communication skills, social skills in class and what organization?
On the job.
Oh, on the job. Therapy, counseling, clerical, computer skills class, informative, what? Fairs, training, current events, people skills class, on the job training, patience, organization class, on the job, hopeful, child development skills class, medical research skills class, patience, on the job training, listening skills on the job, problem solving on the job, AA, BA class,
And previous experience.
experience and intern, yeah, class.
One of us gonna burn
Can I say something? I don't know anybody's names, I see you all know each other.
And put the first word.
Training when you out there in certain communities.
The argument is different.
He trains me that, I know how to deal with certain people.
So it's good to get in an environment where you can learn how to adapt to someone else's, environment, how they work and things and stuff. They gonna ask us anyway. Wait. Resource knowledge.
Maybe.
Flexibility.
So what were you thinking?
Well, and arts and crafts? Well, I have a dance team, so I have to have a lot of patience. We have a lot of structure. We physically
be very creative in our dancing. And it's always teamwork, you know, so that's a little.
Real stuff. Time for all that, huh?
Okay, well, have a good rest of your workshop.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
How is it that we can paint a picture to let them know what our CalWorks job training programs need to look like? So this is what it needs to look like. It needs to look like this. We are the people, like I said, they need to put, they don't even have to go ahead and do the immersion part, because we got it. We go ahead and paint the picture for them. Guess what? If if I'm interested in elder care, this is what you need to provide for me. And even if, and you were like, well, did that make sense? No, yes, it makes sense, because that's for you. For you, all of these things were vital. This is what it's gonna take to help me be successful. And as you you have a hands-on experience with this, so and you'll know, hey, well, this is for my people too. This is what we need, and this is how we can help them in an effective way, not just making it as a job, right? And so same thing here. It's like, okay, so instead of going to that mini job fair every single day for countless amount of hours in exchange for a paycheck, this is what my training program needs to look like. This is my interest. It's in community outreach. And so if you don't know how to make that program, guess what? I spent time in a workshop a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and they're making a document. We're gonna pick all those things that you guys said, they're gonna be vital. You know, you might feel like you're talking a lot. No, we need to know what these things are, because we're gonna make that time spent worth something. We're not gonna end our time on welfare being in a worse position than we were when we qualified for it. You know what I mean? So this is our job training program. This is what we're gonna tell them. Break it down.
Like you said, education,
You know what, son? You know what, daughters? These are gonna be the things that you definitely need to be successful.
Knowledge experience.
Okay, yeah. And then hardworking.
Right variations, that we all generally need the same things to feel successful. We are here, they have education, knowledge, caring, manners, awareness, and life skills for hands-on and for self-help. They have motivated, training, consistent, hardworking, patience, and proper work ethics. Brittany?
What I learned is right here, well, stable home. That really stuck out to me because we didn't put that on ours. And support, like your family, or if you're running late and you don't have time to, if you're running late for work, you don't have time to take your kids to the daycare and it's far, so you could just have your family there, somebody can help you. Self, they put focus, procrastinating, personal space, optimism, motivation, responsibility, perseverance, education, health. Well, the same things we got too, basically.
Just worded different, that's it.
Yeah, people need people skills. Everybody don't have people
It
skills.
includes computer skills.
That's all it has to do with education.
Okay.
And then experiences I can, what can you do? High school diploma is,
People.
their passion towards
What I was
soft
trying to
skills.
explain it was
What about high
High
school?
school diploma is education.
the interested rather than the interested.
We came up with this. The FEAS stands for F, flexibility. You need to have flexibility to be successful. E stands for your educational background. You need to have education. The other E stands for your experience. And the S stands for your soft skills.
These are the opportunities, because it's just not happening.
for me, for one, communicate. We can't communicate, there's nothing else left. Then I put identification. We have to be able to identify ourselves as well as others. Because if we don't identify ourselves or what our cause is and our purpose, then our identification doesn't mean anything. And also speaking out of prison, if you don't have identification, then who are we? Language. Watch the language that we speak because we come from the streets. Our language is important in job placement. We can't go in there cussing and using derogatory words or having that outlet that we still are out there. And then we have to educate one another, help. We can't be afraid to help because if we're afraid to help ourselves, then we can't help others. So we've got to help. Oh, and then also I wanted to put under here too, is caring for people. Let's put that one. We have to care for people because we stopped caring. I know I did. I'm a former addict. I didn't care about nothing but dope. So I had to learn to care. Or alcohol. I didn't care for my children. I didn't care for my husband. After 23 years, I lost my family completely. So we have to care. And it starts here first. And then we can care for people.
Stability. Social?
No.
Like, this is kind of I feel like my potential is high, but my ambition is low. So that's something that I kind of have to push myself like every day. And now that I have a daughter, it's like helped me a lot because I want something for her, you know, but yeah.
Childcare.
Are we doing
For real, I got a blanket.
Transportation, money. And like for work or class related, like resources, advice, communication skills, adaptive skills, support system, also education, brush up on public speaking, computer training class, resume builder workshops. That's why we're paid. Work attire. GED, if don't have one. Like some type of experience, 12 months, better experience, flexible schedule, communication classes, workshops, interview classes, GED, high school diploma.
You just like categorize them.
I got a marker. What is this?
Oh, no.
What?
I was getting ready to.
Yeah.
And that's finances, transportation, and childcare in that order, because we need money to finance.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and put the tags where you think they belong, from entry level up to the third promotion. And then the vital part though is when you're done. So when you're done putting those tags up there and you have your post-it note, almost like the 2 exercises that we did before, you need to think, you know, what is it gonna take for me to move to these different positions? And so there's no right or wrong answer. You just put what you think that you would need in between. So there's 4 columns, right? So when you go ahead and finish, then you put maybe 2 post-it notes, or put a post-it note between the promotions and say what you think you would need between. So this part, guys, is to think of how to have a job experience substitute for a college degree by having continued training in the job.
Mission attendant.
Evidently not. 25.
I think
speech until the last.
Call you a specialist and you.
I'm thinking out loud, I don't know if I'm doing it.
Promotion time, that's at the end when you become a specialist.
I
Yes,
bet
ma'am.
you on the phone.
And then you become a senior permit and citation clerk.
Yeah,
2007.
There you go.
okay.
8. So
That's
it's
one.
like 8 years, 7 years.
Requires 1 year of related experience.
Yeah.
So that's what we're pushing for at the community job, because we were protesting so often down there.
Yeah, I don't know about
Really?
now. Yeah, I don't know about now, though, how you do it.
Wow, you guys were protesting? That's
We need to
good.
take Carl's space, and he think of.
Don't you be able to pick up, and it's not that easy.
I wish PSD started off at $20-something.
Parts, storekeeper.
See? You got it?
Training machines like healthcare. We need specific training to the next level. Okay, get up here then. Minimum qualifications. Come on. Okay.
Come on, stretch your gut.
I say this goes into everything, honestly. This one. Yeah.
So in between entry level and the first promotion, you put that you need security. Would you like to share just a little bit about what you mean by security?
To know that I have this job, and that I'm gonna be secure, that I'm gonna be here. Not a temp, it's just gonna be here part-time, or I'm gonna be here seasonal.
Makes
Say
sense.
Christmas time come, 30 days,
Makes sense.
60, 30, 90 days. I need security, I need to know that this job is gonna be here for me.
Permanent.
I wanna work hard enough to climb that chain of ladder.
Which actually opened up a light of hope to me, in a way, because like you, I'm a single parent, and I'm actually struggling right now. And the only reason why I actually wake up in the morning and be bright again is because there's this 13-year-old next to me who would wake me up and tell me, hey, you know what, you need to work. So this is a very appropriate workshop for me.
I am a proud member of All of Us or None. I'm a formerly incarcerated person. I've actually been under the CalWorks umbrella for about a year, learning different experiences of job, trying to find more job training. So like the gentleman here said, I'm glad to know that there's other people out here that's enlightening us and giving us information that we can carry back to not only to our own organizations, to our families and friends, and people who don't really understand the system and how it works, and how it really defies us and keeps us entrapped to feeling that we are lower than the scum. You know, they say political prisoners or formerly incarcerated people, they say we're the lower of the scum, but in actuality, we're brilliant and geniuses. We just got caught up in a lifestyle that we got comfortable with, and when you do things, you gotta pay the piper. It's good to know that I have children myself, and being a new grandmother, that need their mother. They need their father. We need parents in the home. We need people to productively find out about these programs through CalWorks and Living Wage, that there are people that have the same compassion that we do. That we're not doing this for the money, but we're doing it because it's our heart. It's something that we live and breathe, to teach other people and to educate them about what's happening in our society and how we can become better parents for our children, because that's what it's about, our youth, our children, our generations to come.
I'm currently on CalWorks right now. It's not enough money to survive, period. Utilities, food, if you have to pay rent, it's not enough money. They don't give you no type of resources for jobs or anything. They want you to go to this job training so you can get this money, but the job training is not helping you to get a job. So I'm just here to support this, and I definitely support this 100% because I am living proof that it does not help and doesn't work.
It's just like so overwhelming with the daughter, childcare, all that. I feel like I would be needing to make $100 an hour.
One of my mentors always told me, hey, your children view the world from the way that people treat you. So if you step into a room and you're being treated like a number, they're gonna notice that. They're gonna recognize that right away. And so, like you said, this is to be a means to an end.
You always got that fear, always have that fear that's always over your head that my subsidy is gonna be pulled in a month. My calories could be pulled in a month.
And then you start all over from scratch.
Content. You can never just be, you can't just exhale. And now with the way the San Francisco's changing, it's just getting worse. They need more people asking, what's your dream? What's your dream job? How can we help you get there? Instead of just people aimlessly walking around. Not everybody is on drugs trying to get a check and live off that shit for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's like they should be asking us more, what are we interested in? How can we help you get there? Instead of just sending us to these random places, you know. And it is. Well, I appreciate this workshop. At least, you know, it did open my eyes and it showed me that at least some people are thinking about it. Some people are noticing the flaws in the system and, you know, so I appreciate that.
And you need therapy yourself.
Yeah.
It's like re-traumatizing yourself by giving service, but it's kind of hard because if I didn't receive the complete therapy, then I'm gonna be messing myself up. I'm gonna, you know, so I would want us to get therapy. Why shouldn't social workers receive therapy? Why don't they check in? Why don't, you know, so that's why it comes to mind, you know, self-care. My task of just being a mom. And now I've been put in a PhD position where I'm helping all types of women, and now I'm taking the position to help women from 18 and 24. And I'm just barely trying to catch up with myself and trying to figure out how or where can I get these services or support, or who can I talk to, or how can you help me? And it seems like I'm talking to the wall.
If you believe that you go somewhere and you can turn a place around because you are the light in the place, you're absolutely right. So if you believe that you're the only person in there with the right mentality and everybody is crazy, fix it. You know what I mean? Or for the time that you're there, something is gonna move. Or you're gonna take something from there and you're gonna bring it somewhere else.
I have done 6-month jobs in the last 3 years.
And you had some good jobs.
Yes,
Some good
yes, 6 months, 6 months, and then I go to another one, and don't get hired, and go to another one.
And don't get hired.
And after your 6 months, you're gone, and you don't get no other training, and then you don't get the fast pass no more, so you have to wait 3 months to get back into another 6 months.
On top of that.
Yeah.
You gotta wait 3 months. Can drive up the price of living. It's ridiculous. There are more homeless families in 2015 than it has ever been that I know of. You know, this is crazy. And you want me to, accept $9.88 an hour? And be happy?
Our people don't know this. They don't know how we're being treated. All they see is they're gonna get that money, and for now, they look at it now, they're not looking at the future. Because when I first started, honestly, it's okay, you put me here, all right, let me get my little check, do my little thing, and let me go. And then, Carl opened my mind to, this is not right. I ain't gonna never go nowhere as long as I'm still in this position.
I told them they sent me to DPW, and I did it for, how long did I do that? I think not even a month. I did it for 1 month, and I told them, look, this is not something that is for a woman, because I was on 3rd Street and there was nowhere to use the bathroom. They told me to do the best that I can. I'm like, I'm a woman, I have, woman needs, and I need to go change. They told me no, I have to quit. I quit. I told them no, I can't do it, I'm sorry. I had to turn it down and they cut me off.
Wow.
get into these situations where you got these skills, but you're not sure if you should express them all, because you know I'm just gonna be here for 6 months.
Yeah.
And this is what I need to do right now. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Are
personal
you
self-image
going
should
in
be
there
your
selling yourself?
everything.
Are you your resume? You know, because I'm my resume. I will take your job. I will. I want your job. I got 5 kids at home.
If we really wanna change, we have to like really come together and not just this little group. Like women from all over collaborate and, you know, get our message across.
In this workshop, we had exercises to think about what would be your ideal job and what would be the path to that job. This included thinking about what kind of training that you would need and what kind of career ladder of promotion steps will lead to that job. The purpose is to envision what kind of welfare work program would meet your needs. We are campaigning for legislation that would transform welfare work programs into real job training programs that would fast-track participants into entry-level city jobs. The legislation would push the city to create more entry-level jobs and also promotion steps and continued training so that the entry-level jobs do not become a dead end. And so you'll send a letter to a member of the Board of Supervisors, call an elected official, supervisor, go to a community meeting, go to a march or a rally, go to a public hearing at City Hall, or speak at a City Hall hearing. And the legislation would require that Cowards participants have a voice in how the programs are run.
I participate in community. I mean, I think it's pretty cool to learn more, and when I get the guts to speak up, I'll speak up.
I will participate in community meetings.
Participate in community meetings and maybe, not maybe, but a rally or whatever.
Same, I participate in the community, and a rally. I wouldn't mind doing a rally and speaking.
I'll go to a rally.
I'll speak.
I'll march.
I'll speak, I'll send a letter, I'll do all that.
I'm willing to take it to our organization, and we have 10 chapters throughout the United States.
Okay, what would you be willing to do?
I'm willing to speak for everybody and, you know, speak my heart out, whatever it is I have. If it is sensible enough to share it with the community, why not?
I will organize a city hall protest event. I will get people together and we will meet in front of city hall and we will pass around. I will organize.
Where's that paper at? Sign now.